Welcome to Flower Juice. My name's John McDonald and today I'm going to show you how to make a symmetrical arrangement. Now this is quite a traditional style arrangement, and if you're at college then this might be useful for you to see or to know how to make. So what we've got is we've got a range of different materials. I've got some roses, carnations, some phlox, and just really some nice greenery, and we've also got container and some wet foam. So this container I've used is just like a nice little bowl shape, and it's ceramic, so it has a little bit of an advantage that it's got a bit of weight. So we're looking at our foam and how to put this in. What I would do is I want to see how this is going to fit. So really the half is perfect, but then if I push that in, it's not going to sit quite as proud as I want. So I'm going to cut a little bit off this piece and put that in the base, and then we can add that in there. So this is just leaving our foam a little bit proud, which allows us better access to that foam. So we've got our foam in our dish. Now you could add some water to this at this stage, actually is not a bad idea. And for a symmetrical arrangement, what we want is to create essentially a triangle with everything nicely balanced. So the idea is to use a range of different materials. We'll have larger flowers in the centre, working our way out to medium flowers and smaller flowers, and really fitting within that. So all the material on this side should be just as equal as all the material on that side. So first of all, we're going to add a little touch of greenery, and this is just going to create the dimensions that we're going to work within. Now, if you look at it like this, so we've really created an outline within which we can work. Now what we can do is you can do things in two ways. You could put in all your foliage first, which you're going to do on this occasion, or you can actually put in your main flowers and then fill in with foliage. If you do that, what you'll find is that you use less foliage. But I think if you're starting out, then maybe doing this initially will create an outline that you can work within, which is easier. With the aspidistra, I'm just going to fold over the tip and pierce through, and that creates a nice loop. And those loops we can use, again, we're using material that is a little bit lighter further out and a little bit heavier closer into the centre of the arrangement. So this is giving us visual weight, but in a balanced way. Now with this material, we can break this down into sections. So this is ruskus, the French ruskus. We've also got some nice leatherleaf as well. So the leatherleaf fern, again, is just giving us another texture, another thing. And when you're cutting things, you need to look at your material and just see how best to make use of it. So you can cut things down into little units, and that's a really good way of doing it. And also you can create longer stems by leaving a bit of the main stem on if you wish. So in a way, what we're doing with using a variety of foliage is creating an arrangement in itself. So this should have all the principles and elements that you should learn or can learn when you're beginning to learn floristry. So we're looking for texture and proportion and interest, really. So we're looking for the heavier elements being in the middle, we're looking for that contrast between the heavy leaves and the smaller textures, and we're just going to work that up. So our main flower that I wanted to use here are these little roses, and this is aqua rose. So I'm looking at my roses, and I want really probably a nice straight one for the middle. And when you're cutting them, you want to give them a nice angle cut and try and get your rose down into the oasis nice and far. So if it can go to the bottom of the dish, it's going to get water much longer. So we're really going to stagger our roses down through the arrangement, and if you imagine a line coming down it, you want equally the same amount of rows on either side. And I always got taught to have a wee look at the face of the flower that you're using. So you will find that a rose will go in a certain direction, or its head will move in a certain direction. So you want to just look at that and place it to best advantage. So we've really created a nice line of roses, and if you put a line down here with an imaginary line, then they're kind of equally placed either side. So our secondary flower is going to be these lovely carnations, and I've got two different ones. And we can bring these in to really just mirror the line that we've already created. So we're not taking away from this line, we're just actually emphasising it and bringing it in. And then for our second colour, we can go in a different direction, so we can create a secondary line to what we have. So as I say, quite a traditional style arrangement. Now what I'm doing is I'm placing this one slightly further back, so we're getting a little bit of recession and we're bringing things forward as well. Now you could use groupings to create interest. There's lots of different things you can do, and it really will, the end result will depend on the materials that you use. Now I've got this lovely eucalyptus, and eucalyptus I tend to place last, and then you can really see where you want it to be. So if you think about putting a material in here, you want to probably either follow it through as a line, or put it on the other side to give you that balance. So what I did there with the eucalyptus, we had a couple of bits here, if you imagine it coming through there. So really we've got a line of roses, we've got this line of the lilac, we've got a secondary line of these, and we've got that eucalyptus coming across, and then on a base of different greenery with different texture. So we're really building up different levels and different interest in what looks initially just like a triangular arrangement, but it should have a little bit more interest than just being a straightforward triangle. What you want is your eye to go to certain flowers first and then move to other flowers, and this is the rhythm. When you hear people talk about rhythm, it's your eye moving around the arrangement and creating interest. So I'm just going to add some of this phlox, just again to give us a difference in texture. And what you tend to find with the smaller flowers is you can use them really spaced throughout, so you don't necessarily have to think about doing them as a line or a cluster. You can actually just space them right through the arrangement to give you that overall continuity. And there you go. As I said, we were just going to do a simple demonstration of doing a symmetrical arrangement, and it really is that easy. You really need kind of three main materials and then some nice foliage, and then just follow the basic principles. So please try it, give it a go. If you have enjoyed our video today, then why not click here and you can subscribe to keep up to date with all our videos, and thank you for watching.